Here's G. Scott.
Good afternoon. Project Steve was initiated as a parody of the seemingly interminable lists of creationists, scientists doubting Darwin. So a number of years ago, the intelligent design creationists came up with a list of 100 scientists doubting Darwin. So we thought that was pretty dopey, and so we came up with a list of 200 scientists accepting evolution, except that all of ours were named Steve. And of course, it was a huge success. And every time somebody wrote a story about Project Steve, more Steves came in, and so pretty soon we had 400 scientists named Steve accepting evolution. Then we had 800 scientists. And it is just a tumbleweed that keeps rolling. And now we have 1,000 scientists named Steve. And to commemorate this wonderful event, because the very first Project Steve announcement was at AAAS, we have to, of course, have our 1,000th Steve announcement at AAAS. And today, this evening at the air show at 8 o'clock, we will be presenting the coveted thumbless panda to the distinguished botanist at the University of Tulane and head of the Tulane Herbarium, Steve Darwin. And it will be presented by my good friend and honorary Steve Mirsky. So you all come. Just like the Annals of Improbable Research itself, Project Steve is meant to be funny. It is funny, you all laughed, but it also has a serious message. That is that approximately 1% of Americans are named Steve or Stephanie. We have Stephanies too, of course. 1% of Americans are Steve or Stephanie, so do the math. Our 1,000 Steves represents 100,000 scientists accepting evolution, as opposed to the rather paltry number of scientists dissing Darwin that the creationists keep coming up with. I think they're up to 700 and change now. Oh, good. It's important, quite frankly, because in both Texas and Louisiana areas, states where we have major problems with anti-evolution going on, the number of scientists doubting evolution has been proclaimed to the public. I just want the press to keep asking the question whenever the creationist list comes up, how many Steves do we have? Thank you.
Here's Steve Mirsky. His real name is Steve.
It's true. With a V, because we don't do fancy things in my family. So, I really didn't know I was supposed to say anything other than give the guy the prize, but since I'm here in front of his plane's late. So it shows you how much pull you have if your name's Steve. So I'll take a minute and just say, to be different, I'll discuss something seriously since I'm in a room full of journalists. When you cover the creation, evolution, quote, controversy, unquote, I know a lot of reporters disagree with me on this, and maybe I'm wrong, but to a lot of reporters, objectivity must be maintained, and they think that what that means is you describe the viewpoint of the evolutionists and the viewpoint of the creationists, and you let the reader decide. And my thinking on this is that that's perfectly reasonable up to a point. And the point that you lose your reason is, you go past that and you then also say, as the journalist, okay, the creationists believe the Earth is 6,000 years old. The evolutionists believe that the Earth is 5 billion years old. The Earth is 5 billion years old. That's the truth. And then we can move on from there. I really think that as the reporter, you are within your ethical boundaries to point out what's really accurate and not just give the two sides of the story. And that's why I'm perfectly comfortable being what may look like an advocate in this, because I am an advocate. I'm an advocate for reason and reality. And there's been precious little of that in the country in recent years, but it seems to have returned. I was watching Obama give a speech the other night for Lincoln's birthday in in Springfield, Illinois, and he actually, in the middle of this Lincoln speech, said, and let's not forget, it's also the 200th birthday of Darwin, and let's remember that and use that to reinvigorate our scientific research and our technological development. And I thought that was just tremendous. I realize it's not objective of me to think that, but that's what I thought anyway. So thanks very much.